In this video, I'll be showing you guys how to use React component, and I'll also briefly explain React component. Hello guys, welcome to HDev. My name is Agane Friday. I want to use this medium to thank you all that have subscribed to my channel. Thank you all. We have just reached 1000 subscribers, and I want to plead with you guys that haven't subscribed. Please subscribe, and when you are subscribing, don't forget to click on the notification bell so that you get notified anytime I drop a new video. Thank you. Let's dive into the video. React component allows us to be able to separate our user interface into smaller units of code, which we can work on independently, and we can also reuse those codes. When you see a website, websites are made up of different parts. We have the navigation bar, the footer, the body of the website. When you are developing such a website and you write all the codes in one file, you know it will be very difficult to edit or work on the code. Component now helps us to divide those parts into different components. So like the navigation bar now can be a component, the footer can be a component, a form can be a component, a dialog box can be a component. So those components can work independently. Let's take a dialog box for instance. You can use it when you are logging someone in, and also use it in another case. So you can reuse code for the dialog box. But when you write it in one file, when you want to use when you want to use the dialog box again, you need to rewrite the code. But when you have a component, when you want to reuse those codes, you just import the component and reuse the component. You don't need to rewrite the whole code again. So to me, I take a component to be like a building block. You pile them up. Like a website can have limitless components. You can have as many components as you need. So you just pile them up. Like your website now will be a giant pile of components that are working together. Component makes our project to be clean and organized. Like I told you in the introduction of this tutorial, I said we have two types of components. We have class-based components and functional components. We are going to be using functional components in this tutorial. Let me just brush through class-based component. You can create a class by defining a class that extends component and has a render function. A class-based component must extend React component statement. The component also requires a render function. This function returns HTML. You can also pass data from one class component to another. But since we are not going to be using class-based components in this tutorial, let's just leave it at that. Functional components are normal JavaScript functions which can return JSX. So let me show you how to create a component now. So to create a component, let me start by creating a folder and name it components. Then in the components, now let me create a new file, then name it house.js. When you are creating a file, the initial alphabet of the name should be in capital letter, and it should have an extension of JS. So to create the component now, let's just create a normal function. Then let's give it a name of house, just like our file name. Then that's it. Then we return a h1. Then welcome home. Okay, then we export by default. How? So when exporting a component, you export it by default. You write export default, then the component name, and save. We have our component ready now. So let's head into the browser and see. As you can see, nothing changed. To use the component in our project, we need to import it. We need to import house. Components, then house. Let's save it again and check our project. As you can see, nothing still changed. So what we are going to be doing, what we are going to do now, after importing it, you still need to implement it in your project for it will show. So let's type the house, then close. Let's save it. You can see now welcome home. Yeah. Let me edit the house. Let me change it to welcome to my house. Let's check the browser now. You see, welcome to my house. See, welcome to my house. So that's how to export and import a component. So that is basically how to create a component and also how to use it. In the next video, I'll be talking about props, which is how to send data from one component to another. If you enjoyed the video, don't forget to like the video and also subscribe to the channel so that you can get amazing contents like this. And also don't forget to click on the bell icon so that you will be notified anytime I drop a new video. Thank you for watching. To have a nice day. Bye.